Hi, Shayne Thompson from Bayleys. I want to introduce you to the Olympic team of sales from Bayleys from around the country. We've got some amazing characters who've got ideas to share with you to help you to grow your business. Today you're going to see some short clips at conference. All the full video versions are available on B Central. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm and I work in the country Bayleys team. We have a great environment and have lots and lots of fun. The market at the moment for us is we've come out of an incredibly good time where we've had a lot of stock to offer any potential purchases in the area. That has definitely slowed down dramatically.
It's interesting times, you know, and it is driven, I guess, by a lot of offshore investment, you know, sort of tends to sort of trickle down.
Now the market to turn, the first question you've been asked by the vendor is, why should I sell my property? But I think we need to change our scope a little bit to advise the vendor. Every indicator has told us that we've reached the peak of the market. This is the best ever time to sell the property, to maximize the value.
I'm Ben Atwell from Bayleys Wellington, and I've been in the industry 3 years. Am I in? I'm absolutely in, 150%.
What's your why?
Because I never want to be a waiter ever again. You know, waiting a table at 11 o'clock at night, trying to sell a $50 bottle of wine, it's tough.
We love Snow. Snow is an anomaly. And there's always a story there, and he makes our meetings incredibly interesting. Not that we talk a lot of real estate, it's more about his personal life.
Look, I've always enjoyed dressing nicely, Shayne, you know, and I think it's, you know, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. I have got a couple of lucky ties. I've got you know, there's a couple of kiwi fruit ones, a gold one and a green one, and Ross Stanaway, our CEO, has given me a couple of extra lucky ties, which have been lucky actually, an avocado tie and another one that only I would get away with wearing probably, Shayne.
Mate, why am I here? It is the best move I've ever made. Ever. The camaraderie, it's a lifestyle. You have to make it a lifestyle.
Definitely in the last year, one of the things I focused on was systemizing my business. Putting systems in place, I think, is necessary for any business, and I focused heavily at the beginning on putting things in place when I wasn't really sure of how my business even ran. It was at the 1 year mark when I sat back down, deconstructed my business entirely, and then put systems in place specifically around where my business was being most effective.
I think as a pharmacist, we have to train over 5 years university. What we found is we are very detailed types of person, we're analytical. So I think that sort of character does help change my job to be a real estate salesperson. But mind you, changing from a very stable, secure income to a purely commission sales agent is a big move for me. But I could tell you, this is the best move of my life.
You can be in here from 5:30 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night and not get one appraisal. But if you're working smarter, not harder, if you're looking at ways that reduce your busyness, that's the better way to do it.
Time management is important within my business, and at the beginning it wasn't. So I used an electronic diary, and using that effectively has meant that I can be more efficient with my days. The other way that I'm able to control my time efficiency is by having things systemized. So knowing on any given day what my main goal of that day is.
If you split it up correctly and you follow set schedules, you should be able to have family time. You should be able to take your girlfriend out for dinner on a Friday night. It's all about planning.
You always have to be positive. You have to be ambitious, and you have to set your goal. The second thing you have to continuous learning and improve your skill. There should be no fear. You should be a strong person, there's a lot of rejection that we face. Even I've been in the field for 26 years. I still got vendors saying no to me. This is all challenging, but every challenge, you should look at them as a positive. So the more challenge you got, the more stronger you are.
I'm Jackie from Bayleys Bay. Have to say I am now a citizen of New Zealand, having come here from the UK. Been here now 10 years, and I've actually been with Bayleys. I think this is my 10th year with Bayleys. Yeah. Where are we going in the next 3 years with business? I'm going to paraphrase JB, the market's the market. Go with it, up with it, down with it, sideways with it. It is what it is. And you can't just keep making excuses because interest rates go up, they go down, new people come into the country, they go out. It's just people.
When we're submitting on a property, there's 2 different files that I'll bring along with me. One of them is an example vendor feedback report. The other file that I bring is a book full of case studies, and I've found that really effective, and it will be full of 50 plus sales that we've carried out, and it will show the quality of the marketing. But it'll talk about where we received early offers or a pre-auction offer, and they can see that through creating competition and marketing it in the best possible way, that we are adding value to the process at the other end, so that they can see that without us they're not going to get that same result.
Gary Wallace always talks about, you know, when he gets onto the treadmill at the gym, he seals a $2.5 million deal. That's never happened to me. I would say for newbies, be passionate, be enthusiastic. If you can't wake up every day and think, great, I'm going to go and hunt down a new sale or a new listing, you'll never succeed.
When the chips are down, you've got to be there outperforming your opposition. Actually outperform your opposition every day of the week is the key to it. Wake up every morning, put on a bright face, doesn't matter how you feel, just get out there and game on every day.
First and foremost is you have to know whereabouts your business is coming from. The second step there is then to systemize it and hold yourself accountable to that system in some way, shape or form. And the third thing is to set goals.
Shayne, faking it till you make it is an absolute MO of mine. You have to. It starts with this. It starts with putting the tie on. It starts with, you know, the suit allows you to sort of have a blank slate, and there's got to be a bit of bravado. There has to be. When you're going in for a listing, when you're going in for a sale, you've got to have already assumed that it's happening. Because if you're going, oh, I don't know, oh, what about this, what about that, oh, what if they ask this? You don't know. You don't know what they're going to ask. So you've got to go in as if you've already listed it. If you don't have that confidence there, then...
Something that we're really big on with my team is we're serious about what we do when we need to be, but we want to have a lot of fun at the same time. So we do have a very positive culture within our office.
I met a lot of very successful and powerful people. And one thing I learned from them, even they are so successful, they're so powerful, they're very humble. So one piece of advice I could give to you is stay humble.
My next holiday planned is going to Canada next year. Going to go to the Calgary Stampede. I've only really just recently started blocking time out for myself, and it's better because it just means that with your business you've got a plan of what you're doing for the whole year.
Actually, I don't know if I have had anything majorly embarrassing. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I've had to crawl through a window.
I haven't been to jail, but I did spend the night in a prison cell. Long story, let's not go there, but it really wasn't my fault.
Had a deadbolt on it and went to say goodbye to the purchasers. You know, windy Wellington, bathroom window left open, walked out, said goodbye.
Oh my God. Back in the UK, when there was a period in time when as girls, young girls, you weren't allowed to go out on your own, you had to go with another girl. And one of the young girls who worked in the office that I was with, which is called Hart & Co, said, look, you know, a great house down my parents' street in a very nice, you know, salubrious part of town.
Yeah, a little patio bit, and I just heard this click. The blood must have ran from my face because, yeah.
We knock at the door and this chap, 5 foot, dark hair, silk satin shirt open to the navel, a great big medallion, opened the door, and we were like, hell. He said, girls, you're just in time, you're a little bit early, come on in. And we were like, okay. So we walk in, and in the back we can see all these guys, and they're all in the back cracking beers, cracking champagne. And he said, well, just go through there and and get yourself changed. And we went, we're actually from Hart & Associates, and we're here to value your house today. He looked at us, he went, wrong girls, wrong time, we thought you were the strippers. We got out of there, and that's probably the nearest we've come to, being in the wrong place and the wrong time.
You've got to have fun of whatever you do. After 26 years, I'm still having a lot of fun. I enjoy coming to the office. I enjoy meeting with new people, and I enjoy having fun with my team. This is very important.
Yeah.
Facebook or Tinder?
Tinder. Only because I've heard that it's really easy to swipe.
I mean, I do funny little things like people say to me, what's the best way to market the property? And I say, well, there was another verse to the Elvis Presley hit, and I say, love me tender, love me auction, love me exclusive too. If Bayleys is the brand you choose, any method will do. So you sort of add a little bit of humour into things as you go along, and I think it's about having fun every day. I have fun, mate. I have fun. I enjoy it. I love it.